Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to continue in our video series where we are exposing the lies that are being spoken about God and about his God-ordained marriage. So one of the lies that is being spoken, and I heard this lie about 2-3 months ago. I've been meaning to make a video on it, but it kept slipping my mind. And I'm also noticing a lot of you all, God ordained believing spouses, are saying these same lies as well. And so we got to begin to talk about this. So one of the lies that is going on is, God has loosened up his boundaries between you and your prodigal spouse, and now he's allowing communication to happen between you and your prodigal. The devil is a lie, okay? Understand, when you're dealing with a prodigal, you're dealing with someone who is no longer serving the Lord. You're dealing with a prodigal who no longer believes in God. You're dealing with a prodigal who is no longer in covenant with God. You're dealing with a prodigal who is serving the devil. So God is not going to loosen his boundaries and tell his believing spouse to go ahead and interact with the kingdom of darkness. No, it don't even sound right. It goes against, who God is, right? And so scriptures say, can two walk together except they be agreed? Where's the agreement at when you walking with a prodigal? There are none. It said, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, right? These are principles. These are God's laws, he have in place to protect his believing spouse and his children, right? And when we break God's laws, we don't realize, right? When we break this law, because when you yoke yourself with a prodigal, a unbeliever, you now activated this law, but you broke it, which means here come a curse. Deuteronomy 28 talks about curses for disobedience. Okay? And so now, you're in a situation where you're wondering, well, why is it taking God so long? Because you all up in the kitchen. You trying to take God's glory. You think you're gonna be the one who's gonna bring change and restoration in your prodigal spouse. That's not how it works. This is God love story. And he will not allow you to take his glory. Also understand and know that when you say things out of your mouth, such as, oh, God has loosened up his boundaries, God is allowing communication between me and my prodigal, you're lying on God. And God sees lying as an abomination to the Lord. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22 say, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 through 19, it say, there are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue. So understand, when you lie, okay, it may seem little to you, but it's big to God. He hates this. It's an abomination. This is something that he hates. He dislikes, okay? But when you lie on God, understand, you're partnering with the kingdom of darkness. You bringing a curse upon your life. You also operating in idolatry, because idolatry is anything you place before God that causes you to be disobedient. So if you are refusing to respect divine replacement, or another way of saying divine replacement, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. If you choose not to respect the laws, the rules God placed in the Bible for your life, because you want to be in contact with your prodigal, that is idolatry. And now you're bringing a curse upon your life and your family bloodline. Okay? So understand, God is not going to allow you to get the glory from his story, his love story. He's not. He's not going to allow you to be able to say, oh, I changed my spouse. I was the one who helped my spouse. I was the one. No. All you're doing is delaying your own love story. That's it. And also know, when we say things such as God has loosened up his boundaries, we make God out to be a double-minded God. Do we serve a double-minded God? Not at all. So understand how the enemy is trying to cause you to come into agreement and partner with the enemy. We don't serve no double-minded God. God is very clear. That's why he have these rules in the Bible. This is why he says, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Let's read the whole thing. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, starting at verse 14. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? What harmony is there between Christ and Belial? What does a believer have in common with an unbeliever? You don't have anything in common with an unbeliever. You don't have anything in common with a prodigal. Prodigals are heading in one direction while you're going in a whole different other direction. Prodigals are serving the kingdom of darkness while you're serving the kingdom of God. You're not walking together. You're not walking on one accord. You have to allow God to come in and deal with your prodigal the way how God knows best. And see what is going on here, because a lot of us are getting impatient. A lot of us, we allowing, what's going on inside of us to come up and manifest, right? We're allowing our own fears to get, in front of us. We put in ourselves in positions to be second when God called you to be first. He said you're the head, not the tail, right? But because of our own impatience and because of our own lack of faith, because of our own, unbelief, we don't really believe that God can do this. It's been going on years, and we're like, wait a minute, God need my help. Let me step on in here. I know what to do. Let me go ahead and, show him or show her my worth and da 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 da. No. God is calling all of us to the carpet to see which God will you serve. Which God will you serve? Do you believe what God said? Do you really believe that God can restore? Do you really believe that God will do this for you? This is what we really are up against. And whether you realize it or not, your action is showing if you really believe in God or not. Your action is showing your level of confidence in God and in yourself. Your action is reflecting your level of self-worth. It's reflecting it. You must begin to understand this. So we're exposing the lies the enemy, is speaking over about God and his love story. God is not loosening up no boundaries with no prodigal. God said, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Can two walk together except they be agreed? No. There's no walking together. Okay? So that is a lie. Again, I wanted to clear that up because I heard this lie a couple of months ago. And I'm starting to hear it out of a lot of God ordained spouses, and this shall not be. Okay. God want us to, he's looking for trust. He's looking for, faith in God. And he want to see that we have confidence in what God promised us. God's not going to leave you out here hanging. He knows exactly what your heart desire, and he's going to give it to you. But you got to trust God on this level to give it to you. You have to trust in knowing that if God said it, he's fulfilling it. You got to understand and know that God is working behind the scene, even when it is silent, even when it seems like nothing is changing, even when your prodigal is with the counterfeit, God is still working. So that is it. I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.